Beneficial insects. I want to get into that next. Can you discuss the role of companion planting in attracting beneficial insects to the garden?
Yeah. Well, once again, one of the ones that we're most commonly used to would be ladybugs, or green lacewings, praying mantises, things like that. But like ladybugs, we can attract them in with things like yarrow, calendula, milkweed, some of these other flowers and things like this. They bring in your predators that are beneficial predators. So uh, the ladybugs, the green lacewings, they're ones that you would see they get attracted due to flowers. So they come in, they hang out, and they make a home. They see you have aphids, cool. They go to town on them. But then you've also have like let's say our cover crops like the nasturtiums and other things that are creating a really nice home just above the soil. That's creating a nice place for like beneficial mites and rove beetles. So you're just creating a home. You're making a home for things like ladybugs, praying mantises, your green lacewings who come in and eat aphids and eat white flies and mealybugs and other things like that. So it's just another part of that. Like, yeah, just make a home for them, right? And they'll come in. Same with the pollinators. You're making a home for them. They'll come in. They'll pollinate your crops while they're there. Same thing with your ladybugs and your green lacewings. Make a home. They'll come in and they'll just eat all the bad insects while they're there, right? So
Not all bugs are bad. Some
that's
people, I
right.
think, jump to that assumption that, I got bugs, and how do I get rid of them? It's like, well, hold on, what is it? And ends up being a beneficial, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah. Well, that's like the springtails are the one of those ones that like people see and they pot and they panic. Like, oh my god, it's full of like all these little white things. Well, I mean, like they're down there, breaking down like decomposing matter. So like, come on in, come hang out, right? As long as things are not like an infestation, right? A balance it needs to be. Obviously, aphids, they don't get the balance. Get out of here. Go away. We don't want you. You're going to eat our crops. But in terms of like, your rove beetles, your springtails and things like that, like they're in there to balance things out. They're breaking down decomposing matter, which then can feed the bacteria, the protozoa, the rotifers, everybody else that's in there, the fungal life. And once then, that's right back into like nutrient cycling. They're able to break it down and feed it in, and yeah, it's just as long as there's balance. So you create a home for those pollinators and for those beneficial bacteria and for those beneficial mites and predators and everybody to come in, and it's like I say, it's like one of the easiest grows you'll ever do. When you find balance where like you're able to repel certain pests and bring in what you want, you just got to go out and water it.
Balance is definitely key. I'm glad you mentioned that, because if you have that imbalance, it could kind of throw things off, right? If you have an overpopulation of something, well, that could take over. I heard a lot of people having issues with roly-polies. And just take over. It's harmful. It ends up being a harmful thing instead of a beneficial thing.
Yeah, and like roly-polies can be your friend, but if there's too many, it's the same thing, right? Like balance. You must find balance, and that goes further the companion planting though, right? That's how do you water? How do you keep things clean? Humidity, air. That's like that's a whole thing on itself. But that's achieving balance. Like once you find balance, some of these grows are so easy. I've been doing a lot of my companion planting and stuff indoors, and like it's so easy to keep those pots moist, but without having them soaked and waterlogged. The surface tension, like you almost never get hydrophobic soil. Your leaf sets, everybody's happy and fed and healthy the entire time. Everything that I put in there, the electric lettuce would be like praying the entire time. No top dresses, just water and good quality soil to start. And it makes it so easy and just so like the basil is more fragrant. The peppers you grow are spicier and have more flavor. The tomatoes, everything just seems so much happier and healthier. Plus, you're growing it at home. That's a huge thing right there.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.